back to JD Motion. Today we've got something really special. I think you're quite aware of what this is. Um, so this here is kind of, it's one of those buys that, you know, it was too good to pass up, so I had to pick it up. You know, it's different than the rest of what we're doing, as far as the Legend, the SE, and the two Lexus. But I've always been a fan of the Type R's, you know, the B18s, the K20, 24s. This one is actually really special. This one has a really, you know, it's a good story behind it, and as far as how it came to be. This here is a 97 EK9 hatch. The previous owner was a 75-year-old man, I believe, and you know, he was a airplane mechanic, so he was very, you know, familiar with motors and stuff like that. And he had him and his buddy. The owner's name, the previous owner's name, his name was Jimmy. And his buddy, who's been into the Hondas and the Acuras, you know, the ITRs and the EK9, he had several Hondas, the hatchback and the Integras. So his buddy, who is Lewis, he goes by the name of Lewis, Honda Lewis. So he's been in the game, building, you know, the cars, the Honda cars. So he helped Jimmy build this car. Yeah, and this car basically it came from New York. So Lewis is from New York. Jimmy's here where I'm at. So he had, I think he had to take it back and forth to have it built and tuned. So I don't know the deep story, like as far as how they both were doing that, but well, Jimmy is passed. He passed at 79, which is this year, early this year. He passed away, and Jimmy's put a lot of blood and sweat and time and love. I mean, 75-year-old, I think he's had it for like at least 5 years during the duration where he's building it. And you know, he concentrated more into the transmission and the motor, and he slowly transitioned to working in the interior a little bit. But I'll read some of the stuff that that's already in the car as of right now. So so you guys know it's a 1997 Honda Civic DX hatchback. It's got a Type R motor, and then it's been bored out to a 2.0, and it's got that Type R trans, Type R first and second gear. So it's got intake port matched with throttle body, so it's got a bigger throttle body. I don't know the deep details. I've got to contact Lewis and really do my homework as far as everything that's in here and get it into detail. It's got racing header, heavy duty piston rods. So again, trans, first and second gear is Type R, third gear is GSR, fourth and fifth is LS, as far as the transmission. It's got a short shifter. It's been tuned. It's got a heavy duty clutch. Let's see. I'm just reading off on the list here. So it's as far as the engine, right? The engine is good for 260 horsepower. As far as cams and everything, Type R cams, everything. The engine it's built for just NA, all motor. But as it sits right now, it's only making 235 at the wheel because I think Jimmy, from what I was told, Jimmy wanted his car to be reliable. So keeping it at 235 at the wheel was a reliable solution for him because he wanted the car to last, even though it's been built really good. And it's only got 2,000 miles since it's been built, rebuilt. So the car, the interior has been converted to power windows and power locks, and all the front and rear have been switched out to the bigger disc brakes and rotors, I believe from the Integra GSR. So front and rears, both sides, 4 sides. It's got that TSW like gunmetal gray finish. I believe it's 205/45/16. After I read all the list, I'm gonna go around the car and let you guys take a look at it. So some of so the inside has been redone. The 2 front seats are from the Integra, and they've been reupholstered. The back seats have been reupholstered. The top has already been, I can't think of the name. Okay, so it has been all reupholstered, and it's got a Civic SI gauge cluster from a 99-2000. It's got a E23 Momo steering wheel. It's got a JDM power folding mirror, which he converted that to. It's got a Type R rear spoiler as far as outside, and it's got that all around. It's got the JDM Type R lip kit front to back. It's also got the JDM Honda wind visor right here. Let me see what else. Inside we did the conversion for the higher armrest, and also the cup holder. The console, it's got a cup holder instead of the one where you click and snaps on and it closes it. So we just did a wide open one with the center console. So as far as it's got suspension, as far as suspension goes, it's got a Tane springs and control arms. So that eventually is going to have to go. I cannot deal with that. The car doesn't ride as good as I want it to. So eventually we're going to go, BCs. I'm going to go BCs all the way around. But we'll talk about that another time. So for now, I'm going to give you guys a tour around the car and see what it's all about. So if Ken, go ahead and go around and All right, so here's the interior as of right now. It looks pretty clean. All these freaking masks and stuff. I've already started taking all the door panels off and just cleaning it, and just kind of like started restoring all of I'm gonna have to clean all this off and then make the plastic shielding that originally came with it. And I've done it before in another hatchback, but that's what I'm gonna do for this one. I want to get it all cleaned up. And he also did that sound deadening material in here. So that's great. So the interior wise, again, it's got that type Civic SI cluster right there. And I'm gonna have the new radio put in. I mean, as much as I want to keep it original, you know, I'd like to have a better radio. So again, right there, this is what we converted it to. Sorry about the mess. We converted it to this right here, and that cup holder with that center instead of that clicking lid. Okay, all the ceiling and the visors have been reupholstered. The seats have been reupholstered. Gotta have that cover. I don't want that front end to get all the dash to get all sticky. Okay. All right. So here is the hatch. Not much in the back. It's just a hatch until I kind of clean up. Got the car cover, you know. So I just gotta start restoring some of the boards down here. Got new speakers front and rear. Gonna start replacing these so they open really nicer, and just slowly work, give her some TLC. It's a really nice car, and they got an exhaust on it. It's called a let's see, RSR. Sounds really nice. It seems like it's good quality. I gotta clean that up. But here's the magic. Are you guys ready for the magic? I've kind of already started replacing some stuff before I did the video. I just wanted to replace the parts first because the seals was kind of leaking oil around the valve covers, and the valve cover that was originally on it had a little bit of scuffs here and there. I didn't really like that. It bothered me a little bit, so I went ahead and replaced that with the gaskets as well. And so yeah, it's done for right now, and you know, we're gonna slowly start working more on it. But alrighty, so here it is. I mean, that engine is gold. That engine is where it's at. This engine is so special. You know, there's some rust. You know, this car came from New York, There's rust here and there, but you know, I'm gonna slowly take everything apart and just kind of like, you know, clean it all up. Just give it a little bit of nice polish and clean up. But I did spray the engine down and everything and degreased it all, so it looks a lot better than it did before. I mean, if you look at the wire, it's all clean. So yes, this here is a the new engine cover. The original one that was on it did not have this Honda symbol, and I believe it said dual overhead cam bigger and then VTEC smaller, and I think it said Honda like that, but didn't have this symbol. I wanted this symbol. The symbol just, I don't know, just something about it, and then the VTEC, and you know, Honda being a little bit smaller, and then the dual overhead cam. I really like that. So yeah, and I replaced the valve cover gaskets, so there's no more leaks. There's no leaks coming from the VTEC solenoid. There's no leaks at all anywhere. So it looks so far it looks good. But yeah, again, it's some of the other stuff that I didn't mention. It's got the Skunk Pro Series intake manifold. A lot of stuff on here that he did and put in. The DC header, the Type R trans, the AM intake. I don't know how I'm not feeling this, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm going to take it off and then try to polish it, or I'm gonna take it off and then maybe do a like a gray wrinkle, like to make it wrinkled look. So I mean, it's just this polish doesn't look good in this kind of car. So yeah, that's the gist of it right there. So the breakdown as far as the amount of money that was put into this car is a lot more than what I paid for. I mean, a lot more than what I paid for. And you know, being that the fact that I have so many projects and so much, I mean, I could have done it, I could have built it myself. I just felt like this was a really good buy that would help, you know, save me the time so I can work on other projects, you know. I mean, as far as building the engine and putting a new engine in it, that's not hard to do, you know. But and it's been done to death, and I just feel like the amount of time and money that was already put into this car has already been done, and that in a sense helped me a lot. So I picked it up for you know, a really super good deal, so I couldn't let it go. And again, I've always wanted a hatchback, you know, the EK9, and to have it with a old motor set up, you know, it just made sense. And you know, and something that we can continue to finish Jimmy's project that he started, and turn it into something nice. Get it all cleaned up, and then eventually get it repainted, get it bonded, get it repainted, and it would be a sweet car to drive around on weekends, or maybe even to the track. So yeah, I hopefully you guys like my decision. I know I've already got a ton of projects already, and to pick up another one takes more time now. Takes more time out of my other projects that I'm doing. But sometimes, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do, and I think I did a good thing. So hopefully you guys liked today's episode, and hopefully you guys like the EK as much as I do, and then we'll slowly go through the process of rebuilding it and get it all together. Like always, share, like, and subscribe. Peace. Stay in motion.